Okay, here we go. For this chart, we are going to do how to solve for the wavelength and or the frequency. Okay, the whole thing for this worksheet, or at least part one, is V equals F times lambda. Velocity equals frequency times wavelength. In all of these, we are talking about light. So the velocity we are going to be using for every single one of these problems here is all going to be a velocity of 3 times 10 to the 8th, because that is a velocity of light. 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. Alright, so we're going to have this V, and we're going to solve for whichever variable we don't have. So the first one, we have red light. We're going to say V equals F lambda, so velocity divided by our frequency. And in this case, it's going to be, for all of these, it's going to be 3 times 10 to the 8th. And for this one, it's going to be divided by 4.45 times 10 to, E is times 10 to the 14. All right, so divide that out, and we'll get an answer of, you get an answer of 674, or 6.74 times 10 to the negative 7. Okay? Now, you move this over twice, and you would get 674 times 10 to the negative 9. All right, if I move my decimal place over. And that is the same as 674 nanometers. So 674 nanometers would be the answer you can put in. Now, if you just say 6.74 E negative 7, that's fine as well. All right, plug into the next one. So instead of 445 in here, okay, we'll put in an answer of 4.55, and we'll get our answer for this next one. Okay, so there are answers for those three. Now, to get the other part, now if we need frequency, we're going to do frequency is velocity divided by wavelength. So for yellow, we have, again, 3 times 10 to the 8th, so 3E8, and then divided by your wavelength. Now it says 575 nanometers, and I say here, a nanometer is 10 to the negative 9th, so we're going to say 575, and then we're going to say E negative 9. Now that's not normal scientific, but that's okay. If we know it's 575 nanometers, we can just say 575 times 10 to the negative 9th and divide this out. You get an answer of 5.22 times 10 to the 14th. All right. Do the same thing, substitute 515 times 10 to the negative 9th and 525 times 10 to the negative 9th, and you'll get these two answers. And there you go. There are your answers.